وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد. Yeah, we should probably go over the homework, right? Yeah. Go. No, let's do the homework. Bismillah. Yeah, it's already recording. That's fine. So, let's go over the homework then.
First question I have is in the exercise, if you don't mind.
All right. Page.
60.
Okay.
For example, the first question, كم قدما عندك? Why isn't it قدما? Why is it قدمان? I guess. Why is that alif after the meme? I thought it was just
Oh. So in Arabic, when they write fathatain, they write an alif after it. The alif is silent. It's just written there. It's part of the writing. It's not for. It doesn't actually have a sound.
Okay.
Like for example, when they say like. Yeah, like in verbs when we were learning the plural, dhahabu, for example, they have an alif after the waw. So they just add the alif at the end, but it doesn't really have a sound. It's just part of the writing.
What's the name of that?
It doesn't really have a name either.
Okay.
It's not. It's only for writing. It has nothing to do with the grammar or anything like that. Yeah, basically. And.
So I had a question about a sentence I was trying to make.
That you were trying to make?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
لمن هذاني البيتان.
Uh-huh.
And my answer was هما بيتين.
بيتين.
I have two houses. They are my two houses.
Oh, you're trying to add a ya. So everyone look at the board for a second. For dual, when you want to add a ya, for example, the sentence you were making, huma baita ni, right? That's what you were trying to say? My two houses?
Yeah.
So when you put a pronoun after a dual, the noon is dropped. So for example, in this case, it would be huma baita ya. Baitaya. You understand? For example, you say huma madrasa taya.
Is this something we're going to be learning later?
We probably will be learning it later because we just started in the numbers. But
The noon is RPG, right?
no. The noon is the noon for dual. Ani,
Okay.
and then aini, right? So whenever you make it into whenever you add a pronoun to a dual, that noon drops. Okay, so for example, if I say hadani qalamaka, they're your pens, right? Your two pens. So you see qalamaka, no noon. The noon is dropped. This is a rule with all duals. The noon at the end drops when you add a pronoun to it.
If you add a pronoun,
Another rule, I'm pretty sure these rules will come on later, but since you brought it up, when duals are attached to mudaf ilay, for example, qalamani aliyin, right? Qalamani aliyin, this is what it should be. Ali's two pens, right? In this instance, the noon is also dropped here. It would be قلما علي. So, the noon is dropped in two occasions. One, when there is a pronoun after it. Two, when there is a mudaf ilay connected to it. Now, the reason for it dropping when there is a pronoun after it is the same reason why it's dropping here. Because it's a mudaf ilay, right? So whenever it becomes a mudaf, basically, the noon will drop. You understand? Because with pronouns it's also a mudaf, and with words it's also a mudaf. So anytime a dual word becomes a mudaf, the noon will drop. For example, Baytaka means your two houses, right? Mudaf is the houses, the two houses. Mudaf ilay is you. It's the same thing as me saying Bayta Ya'qubin. The only difference is over here, I'm saying Ya'qub's two houses, and over here I'm saying your two houses. In both instances, it's mudaf ilay. So whenever a dual noun is a mudaf, the noon will drop. Anytime a dual noun becomes a mudaf. Does that answer your question? Does anyone have any questions about this? Ji.
When like that is in the case of majrur, would it be baytay?
Baytay, right. Just the noon drops. The alif and the ya stay where it is. So if this was Bayta Ya'qubin, it would be Baytay Ya'qubin. Right? Or over here, Baytaka would become Baytayka. If it was supposed to get a fatha or a kasra. Understand? So just the noon is dropping. Everything else is the same.
What's the second example you did? Baytaka?
This one?
Yeah, Baytaka.
Oh, this one? Yeah, Baytaka.
That's coming from what? That changed from what?
Baytanika.
Baytani. Oh, okay.
You're just dropping the noon. That's it. Yeah. Because Baytani means two houses, right? Right. So when you take out the noon, it becomes Bayta, and then you add the kaf. Baytaka.
So that would be your two houses.
Right. Your two houses.
And the first one, Kalabani, Aligan.
Right. So this is how it's supposed to be technically, right? Because of the noon. But we dropped the noon. So this is how it actually is. Qala ma aliyan. This is incorrect, this one.
So both they're just Ali's two pens.
Qala ma aliyan. Qalamani aliyan is not right. The noon has to be dropped.
It's just with noon?
Just the noons, yeah. The ya and the alif remain. Simple, right? You're just dropping the noon. Any questions on this? Inshallah, it should come up later on. I didn't see it yet in the book, but it's good you brought it up though, because you guys use mudaf ilays a lot, so now you'll be able to use your duals in there too.
The Baytaka?
That's if it was supposed to get a fatha or a kasra. Remember, because it becomes baytaini.
That's what we learned last class, right?
Right. So baytaini means two houses, but in the form of fatha or in the form of kasra, right? So you just drop the noon, baytayka. It's just the noon. The only thing being affected is the noon. So you can, when you're writing it, right? So for example, right, if you wanted to write her two brothers, right? Or her two boys, right? So you say waladani means two boys, right? And then ha is her. So to connect it, you just take out the noon. Walada ha. That's it. And then if this was supposed to get a kasra or a fatha, it would be waladaini, right? Waladaini ha. Same thing. Take out the noon. Becomes waladayha. That's it. It's just the noon.
This one is only for dual.
Only for dual and only when it's mudaf. Mudaf to a pronoun or mudaf to a noun. Right. Right. When it is mudaf. When it's mudaf ilay, it stays the same. It still keeps the noon. Only mudaf, yeah? Because mudaf is kind of tricky, right, in Arabic? Yeah. Mudaf is one of the only words in Arabic that are always specific without having an alif lam, right? It's always specific without having an alif lam. So the rules for it are obviously different, right? But yeah, there you go. So whenever a dual noun is mudaf, the noon will drop.
Is there such a word with an alif lam to it?
Hmm?
Is there such a word with an alif lam to it?
No, not possible. Mudaf never gets alif lam, never gets tanween. Mudaf ilayh always gets the kasra. There is no way you can dodge that rule either.
كم سريرا وكرسي
Wakursi, yan.
That's my question. Okay, so because it's two.
Still doesn't matter. The kam affects whatever is connected to it. So if you're trying to say how many chairs and how many, yeah, fathatin. Yeah. Because remember, waw is like it transfers the effect over, right? So for example, if I was to say, for everything, yeah. So for example, if I say, هذا قلم علي وجعفر. Why is Ja'far getting two kasras? Because the waw is transferring the effect of mudaf ilay to Ja'far. Because what this is saying is this is Ali and Ja'far's pen. That means mudaf ilay are both of them. You know what I'm saying, right? So the waw kind of carries the effect over. Just like if I was to say, darabtu means what? What does darabtu mean? I hit. Darabtu waladan wa bintan, right? Just an example. I hit a boy and a girl, right? So the girl, bintan, is getting two fathas. Why? Yeah, it's still maf'ul. It's the effect is being carried over from this maf'ul to this one too, as well. They're both maf'uls, right? So you see over here, Brother Yaqub, how I'm putting alifs at the end of each one that has a two fathas? That alif is just for writing. It literally... Because I hit both of them, right? So for example, if I say, I broke the desk and the pen, right? So the action, breaking, is being done upon the desk and the pen. Therefore, two times, yes. So therefore, both of them are maf'ul. You would just keep adding wows and keep transferring the effect of maf'ul over, exactly. And same thing with fa'il. For example, if I say, ضَرَبَ عَلِيٌّ وَيَعْقُوبٌ أَحْمَدًا, right? Yaqub and Ali hit Ahmad. So there's two maf'uls, two fa'ils, two people doing the action, exactly, and one maf'ul. So waw just transfers the effect of whatever's before. Right. And in Arabic, there's no end to how many you can put. You can keep putting waw, 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 and it will never stop. No, it would. In Arabic, it doesn't matter because waw, remember I taught you way in the beginning in first term that waw is very important? You can make the longest sentence ever with waw because waw is like, it's like taking what's before and just applying the rules to what's after. And because of that, the sentence can keep getting longer and longer and longer. Just like in English, you know, you keep saying and longer and longer and longer and longer, and it makes sense, right? Because and. Right, exactly. All right, inshallah. Any other questions about the homework? I don't think we have enough time to go over each person's homework individually. But if you have any questions, any sentence you don't think you made correct, you can ask quickly right now.
One quick question.
Sure.
في هذا السنة كالمساجد نقف في الحياة في الحياة.
You can't say kam masajida because masajid is plural. You have to say kam masjidan, singular. Remember the word after kam is singular?
Oh, it's non-specific.
Non-specific and it's singular. So you say kam waladan, kam bintan, right? The example, Ji. No, go ahead.
I was trying to make a sentence dual using Vedic. I don't know if we have learned if there is a dual form for Vedic and
don't think we did learn it.
Nika?
For dhalika, right?
Dual point.
Yeah, we only learn hadani and hatani. I'm pretty sure it'll pop up somewhere.
What was the question?
If there is a dual form for that.
Yeah, I'd say, actually, my language partner said it doesn't exist. Does it exist?
I don't think it exists. I can't remember. I can't remember ever hearing a dual form for dhalika and tilka. So I would guess if you wanted to just use dual, you would just use dhalika. So dhalika qalamani.
Language partner said he used plural. Wallahu a'lam. I'm sure you know.
No, I don't think so. Wallah alam, of course.
Yeah,
But
I might have got it.
in Arabic, you can use what's below for what's above. You can never use what's above for what's below. That's how the rule usually works. So you can never use plural for dual, but you can use singular for dual. You can use dual for plural. You know what I'm saying? You can use what's below for above. You can't do it the other way around. That's usually how it works. Wallah alam. I don't remember dhalika having a dual, but I'm going to check up on this inshallah, and I'll let you guys know on Thursday. But as far as I remember, I don't think dhalika and tilka have their own duals. You could just say dhalika, I guess. Just put a alif. Wallah alam. Ji.
So now, so Kim,
Mhm.
I think we learned last class that whatever comes after this non-specific, and it has two fathahs,
Mhm.
and also singular as well, we should do that.
Right. So two fathas, singular, and non-specific. Right.
So it becomes masjidah.
Kam masjidan. Right. Exactly.
So the rest is okay. The masjidah is not okay.
No, because you can't put alif lam on mudaf. So fi hayyika instead of fil hayyika, because hayyika is mudaf ilayh, right? So hayy is mudaf ilayh, right? Whenever you add a dhamir in Arabic, that's why ba'du, words like ba'du, words like tahta, fawqa, these words are all acting like mudafs, right? Because the word after them, you can put like a dhamir after it, and it's still like mudaf ilayh, right? We're going to learn a new one today, inshallah, too, that comes in the same category. Any other questions before we start today's lesson? Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Numbers. Just like with nouns and verbs, numbers also have genders. And I told you before that in Arabic, gender is a big thing. Everything has genders, female and male, right? Today we're only going to learn the masculine form of numbers, and we'll learn the feminine later on, inshallah. So for one, the number one is wahid. One, wahidun. Right? Wahidun. One, the number one is the easiest to use. Kitabun wahidun. Qalamun wahidun. It's used like mawsuf sifat. For example, you say maktabun wahidun. Right? Yeah, so wahid is used as mawsuf sifat. This is the easiest one to use. Ithnani, two. Ithnani, two. Even the number has the alif and the noon. Right? Ithnani. When it comes to the number two, however, it is usually used in Arabic for emphasis because the dual form already refers to two. So in Arabic, because dual can only mean two, they don't usually use the number two. So you don't have to say kitabani ithnani, because kitabani already means two books. By adding ithnani, you're only putting emphasis.
Why is one used, you said one is used for specific?
Like mawsuf sifat.
Why?
That's just how it is. So
So one has an objective, one has the same principle as mutasific?
mawsuf sifat, exactly.
Same principle?
Same principle.
Why?
Yeah. So if you say, for example, ضربت ولدا واحدا, you understand? I hit one boy, they both get two fathas. If you say, right, but that's still fatha. I'm trying to use kasra. If I say like,
When did numbers take on characteristics like the
no, it's only wahid. Only wahid. This is only with one. All the rest of the numbers are actually really confusing. One is the easiest. This is easy, yeah. One is easy. The rest of them are just, they're a bit weird. So if you look over here, ithnani, when it comes to the number 2, it's not usually used. So, ithnani, right. Right. Ithnain is the form when it's in fatha kasra, right? Ithnani, ithnaini. Just like waladani, waladaini, right? That's the form. That's why people just say ithnaini. It's easier to say. But the actual form is ithnani. Yeah, when it's getting a dhamma. So ithnani is only used when you need to use emphasis. Besides that, the dual form already refers to 2. However, when it comes to plural, plural doesn't specify a number. It just means 3 and beyond, right? That's why with plural, the numbers are used. So let's quickly go over the numbers first. We have thalathatun, 3, arba'atun, 4, khamsatun, 5, sittatun, 6, sab'atun, 7, thamaniyatun, 8, tis'atun, 9, and asharatun, 10. Now remember, just because they have these ta marbutas at the end doesn't mean they're feminine. I told you these are the masculine forms of the word, right? So they all have ta marbutas, that doesn't mean that they're feminine. They're all masculine. All these numbers right here are all masculine numbers. But they have the ta marbuta. And you will learn, inshallah, very soon that the masculine numbers don't have ta marbuta. The feminine numbers don't have ta marbuta. So it's like opposite when it comes to numbers. But we'll learn that, inshallah, another day. For now, the masculine numbers all have ta marbuta. Thalathatun, arba'atun, khamsatun, sittatun, sab'atun, thamaniyatun. No, wahidun is different. Wahidun is like its own. Imagine wahid is its own league. Different rules, different everything. 3 to 10 is in its own league. 1 and 2 have their own rules. You know what I'm saying, right? Thamaniyatun, tis'atun, and asharatun. There's not much I can do with the numbers to help you. You're going to have to memorize them yourself, right? You're going to have to memorize the numbers. I can't really drill it into your brain any more than that, right? So the numbers, wahidun, 1, ithnani, 2, thalathatun, 3, arba'atun, 4, khamsatun, 5, sittatun, 6, sab'atun, 7, thamaniyatun, 8, tis'atun, 9, and asharatun, 10. The word that comes after the numbers 3 to 10, excluding 1, excluding 2. The word that comes after the number 3 to 10, any one of those numbers, is called ma'dud. Ma'dud. Ma'dud in Arabic means the counted thing. The thing being counted. Right? So adad means number, and ma'dud means the thing you are counting. Ma'dud. Mim, ayn, dal, waw, dal. Ma'dud. The ma'dud is usually non-specific and it always receives 2 kasras. For example, ثلاثة رجال. So, number 1, it's going to be plural, obviously, because we're talking about 3 and more. So the word itself is going to be plural. That's there. Number 2, it's going to be non-specific. Why is it going to be non-specific? Because by saying 3, you are making it specific already. And in Arabic, you never specify a thing more than one time. That's why mudaf is not specific. That's why mudaf doesn't get alif lam, because it's already specific. You can't add another thing to specify it again. That's why names don't get alif lam, right? Similarly over here, when you add a number to the word, it automatically becomes specific, that there are 3 things, right? So you don't add an alif lam. ثلاثة رجال. Rijal, plural, has 2 kasras and non-specific. For example, خمسة أقلام. 5 pens, right? Astaghfirullah. For example, we have ashara. Ashara means 10, right? Asharatu nisa'in. Actually, never mind. Nisa is feminine. Asharatu makatiba. Does anyone see anything wrong with this? Why is it not getting two kasras? Any word that comes under the form mafa'il, mafa'ilu. Any word that comes under the form mafa'ilu. Mafa'ilu is one of the broken plural forms. Another word that comes under that is masajidu. Right? Any word that comes under this form never gets kasra. It's called ghayru munsarif. We haven't learned ghayru munsarif yet, but because we have learned broken plurals, I'm going to tell you this from now. There are certain words in Arabic that cannot receive kasra. One of them is my name, Ahmad. Ahmad cannot receive kasra. Only receives fatha and dhamma. On top of that, it never receives tanween. So, over here, the word is supposed to receive two kasras. There's two problems with that. Problem A, kasra. It's not supposed to get kasra. Problem B, it's getting two of them. It can't get tanween. So instead, we give it one fatha. For example, if I say, ذهب يعقوب إلى مساجد. As of what we know now, this word should be getting two kasras, isn't it? Because ila is harf jar, masajid coming after it should be getting. Right. Right. So the word after should be getting two kasras. But because this word comes under the form of mafa'ilu, mim, fa, alif, ain, lam, anything that comes under that same form, masajidu, makatibu, right? Anything that has that same form will get one fatha. Don't confuse yourself too much because we haven't learned forms yet. So my personal opinion is don't use these words yet. Just don't use these plurals in a genitive state, in kasra, in any form that it should be getting tanween. Just don't use it for now because we still have to learn ghayr munsarif. And the problem is we haven't learned root letters. Like for example, I just told you that mafa'il is a form, right? It's a form. Fa, ain, lam is the root letters. You understand? And then the alif and the mim are the extras. And that's why you'll see any plural that comes, these three letters will be different. Because these are the root letters. But the alif and mim will always be there. For example, makatibu. There's your root letters. The alif and mim are still there. For example, masajidu. Masajidu comes from the word sajada, which means to prostrate. Sin, jim, dal. These are the root letters. Alif and mim are the similar anomalies, right? In every word.
So mim and aleph is not root words, root letters?
No, it's part of the form. So that's why I'm saying don't beat yourself about this too much because we haven't learned this yet. But if you are going to use a plural like this, just remember it never gets kasras, never gets tanweens. Just put one fatha on it if it's supposed to get a kasra. Okay? This was all extra. Don't worry about this too much. We will learn it inshallah soon.
So the right one side never gets, kasra never gets, tanween.
Right.
This is like those words, atshanu.
Yep, just like atshanu, mal'anu. Yep, you remember those words? Those were ghayr munsarif too. Remember, right? Atshanu, mal'anu, farhanu. Huh? It was on the exam, right? So these words are ghayr munsarif. And we'll learn them inshallah soon. Ghayr munsarif has 10 rules. There are 10 rules. And if you find any two of these rules in one word, it becomes ghayr munsarif. Not rules, like 10 signs basically. And if you find 2 signs in a single word, it becomes ghayr munsarif. Inshallah, we'll learn them. Don't think about this too much. Okay? This was just extra on the side information. The main thing you have to learn today is that the numbers that are masculine have the ta marbuta at the end, and any word that comes after one of the numbers between 3 to 10 will get 2 kasras. 2 kasras. Alright? Now, let's go over the new words for today. There's one new word, kullu. Kullu means all. Kullu is the same format as ba'du, same format as fawqu, tahtu, amam, khalf. These words act like mudaf, and the word after it acts like a mudaf ilay, basically. So you could say kulluhum. Kulluhum means all of them. Kullukum, all of you. Kulluna, all of us. Right? Or you could say kullun nasi, all of the people. Gets a kasra, right? Or kullur rijali, all the men. Or kullut tullabi, all of the students, right? So these are all, it's being used in the same way a mudaf is and a mudaf ilay is used. Just like ba'du. Everyone remember ba'du, right? We went over this in great detail when we talked about ba'du. So just apply all the rules to ba'du, to kullu. It can be attached to pronouns, and if it comes before a noun, it will give it a kasra. That's simply the rules of kullu. Now open your books. Huh? Yes, sittatun has a shadda on it, on the ta. Sittatun. Kulluka wouldn't make sense because kullu is plural. So the thing after it has to be plural. So if you say kulluka, it would mean all of like your body. Like I don't know how it would be explained, but yes, kullukum. Kullukum would mean all of you. Huh? Kullukum. Allah, I don't know.
What is kullun means?
What does kullun mean? All. Right? That's the word we're learning today. Kullun. Kullun means all. Kullun by itself means all. Yeah. Kullun amana billah, everyone believed in Allah, right? So kullun by itself means all. When you add it to something else, it's just that's when the rules apply, but the translation is still the same. Right? Obviously, if it doesn't have any word, if it doesn't have any mudaf ilay, it doesn't have anything to connect it to, it's going to get 2 dhammas, like a normal word, right? Okay. All right, you can read the first sentence, inshallah. Brother Abdullah. Page 71. No. 65, yeah. Mm-hmm. So if you look at the first word, kam taliban, taliban is getting 2 fathas, why? Because of kam. And then jadidan is getting 2 fathas, why? Mawsuf sifat. Excellent, good job. Right. Asharatu. Oh, one more thing about numbers. When it's connected to a word like 10 things or 9 things or 8 things, when you're connecting the number to something, it doesn't get tanween. You understand? Just like a mudaf, it never gets tanween. So you say asharatu tullabin. You see it's only getting 1 dhamma. It's just like mudaf. One and two is easy, right? I can move them down if you want.
So, for instance, like this, if you wrote it, would that be right?
No, because because if you say fihi tullabun jududun asharatun, that means there are new students 10. What does 10 mean? Incomplete, yeah, because ashara is not connected to anything. It's not talking about anything. Asharatun would be asharatun if you're like answering a question. Like, kam qalaman indaka. And then you say asharatun, right? That's a different story.
Why did you say, Taliban is your casserole?
Tullabin gets a kasra. Because ashara is adad, the number, and the ma'dud, the thing that's being counted, gets two kasras. So now look over here. Tullabin is getting two kasras. We know why it's getting two kasras, right? Because it's ma'dud, right? So,
The word is come, right? The first sentence, right?
the word is what?
How you pronounce that? Come.
No, I'm talking about the second sentence.
I'm talking about the first sentence.
What about it?
Why is getting, Taliban getting a casserole after the comb? Is comb a?
It's not getting a kasra. Okay, so asharatu tullabin jududin, right? Tullab is getting two kasras because it's ma'dud. That's already understood. Why is jududin getting two kasras? It needs to match, right? Because it's mawsuf sifat. Everyone understand this how it's working, right? They're putting mawsuf sifats here so that you can see how to use them. Next sentence, Brother Yaqub.
من أين هم؟ أكلهم من بلد واحد. Where are they? Oh, wait,
No.
where are they from?
Yeah, so min is from, aina where, hum, them, right? So where are they from, right? Exactly. Break it down. So what is the hamza? Right, is. And then kullu, all.
Oh, that was the all.
The new word, right? So kullu, all. And then hum,
They all from first country.
no. First? Why first? Wahid doesn't mean one country. There you go. Kulluhum. Are they all?
Oh, it's a question.
Right. Min.
I thought he was answering the previous question. Okay. Are they all from one country?
There you go. Are they all from one country?
Balad means country or city?
Balad means city. Khair, yeah, balad means city. But I guess you could use it for country. But it means city though, you're right. It does mean city. المدرس لا هم من بلاد مختلفة. Brother Nahid.
المدرسون the teacher لا هم من بلاد مختلفة. لا means no.
Mhm.
هم they they're from بلاد what is
مختلفة means different.
different? Okay.
مختلفة. Well, it's actually مختلفتun, right? It's getting two kasras here because of موصوف صفت, right?
So no, they are from
Different
different cities.
cities, yep. Keep going.
منهم ثلاثة طلاب من الفلبين.
Filipina. Philippine is Philippines.
منهم they're from ثلاثة. Three of them are from طلاب. Three of the students are from Philippines.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You give up, Brother Nahid?
Oh, it's me. Sorry. وعرفته طلاب من اليابان.
Right.
Four of the students are from Japan.
Uh-huh.
وطالبان من الصين, and two of them from China.
Right.
وَطَالِبٌ وَاحِدٌ مِّنْ. And one of them is from
Malaysia, Malaysia.
Malaysia, and one of them from Malaysia.
That was long, but pretty end.
Right?
Once you got started.
Yeah.
Okay, now this sentence is exactly what I was trying to explain to you in the beginning of the lesson. Everyone look at this sentence closely, okay? You have the first one says, minhum thalathatu tullabin, right? 3 students. Notice the 3 is getting a dhamma. One specific dhamma, right? Remember I told you it acts like a mudaf? Doesn't get tanween? Notice the next one, arba'atu tullabin, same concept. Arba'a is getting 1 dhamma. Notice the next one, talibani min as-Sin. 2 students from China. I told you they don't use ithnan, right? Why? Because dual form already means 2. So if you notice, they're not using the number. The number ithnan, they're not using it. Everyone see that? Which is why I was saying ithnani is like emphasis. Because dual, with alif noon, dual, already means 2. Understand? Already means 2. So they don't use the word. And notice the last one, talibun wahidun, acting like mawsuf sifat. Like I mentioned in the beginning, right? Everyone see this, right?
Explain.
So you will never see something like, well, wahid,
No. Never. Wahid comes after. Wahid is like a sifat.
You should explain the sentence again.
So,
One second.
so because it's wahid, for number 1, it will never be what talibu. It will be always.
Because what?
Because
What body?
what talib, it would not
You
be.
know,
It would not all like. I'm talking about what talibun. It's always will connect to dhamma, right?
Right.
Because of the wahid, because of being the number 1.
Not because of wahidun, because talibun doesn't have any reason to get anything else.
Okay.
It's non-specific, it's getting the default 2 dhammas. And wahid is sifat, it's acting like a sifat, right? So it copies. Right, exactly. That's why wahid is getting 2 dhammas.
would it ever be specific before wahidun?
How?
Must be.
What do you mean? No, like I don't understand. Like what do you mean specific?
Okay.
I think that's what he was asking me. Would it ever be wa'at-talibun wahidun?
At-talibul wahidu.
Yeah. After.
And the one
I mean, technically, yes, you could, but does that make sense? The one student? It wouldn't make sense, right?
But then it has to be wa'at-talibun.
وَالطَّالِبُ الْوَاحِدُ, right? Al-wahidu. Yeah, the one student,
Specific.
if it was specific.
Wahidun would be
I
specific.
think it's
Right.
repetitive already. That's why wahid is meaning that it's 1. So taliban is already becoming specific. So
Right.
no need to add.
Right, that's the thing. But the problem is, like, wahid, because it's different from other numbers. Like, technically, yes, that is correct. At-talibul wahidu makes sense. It's like it's in Arabic, for Arabic sentence, it's, like, you can make that sentence. However, what would it mean? The one student, yeah, it doesn't make sense. Like, it doesn't mean anything. Yeah.
When you get specific, you're already talking about.
Right, exactly.
Wahidun is acting as-
It's acting as a sifat, yeah. All right, next sentence, Brother Arkan. The question and the answer.
المدير في فصلك طلاب من أمريكا. Are there students in your class from America? المدرس نعم فيه 7 أولاد من أمريكا. The teacher yes there are 7 students from America.
Right. Same thing, sab'atu, because it's acting like a mudaf, so only gets 1 dhamma. Read the next one too.
المدير هم جدد. The principal are they new?
I mean the answer too, right?
المدرس لا هم قدماء. No they are old.
Qudama.
قدام.
Qudama. Like Musa, Qudama. Qudama is the plural of qadimun. Broken plural. I told you they have no rules, right? So Qudama, random word for random plural for random word, right? Next. Yeah. Actually, before you read, Qudama. What state is Qudama in? Someone tell me. Is it supposed to be getting? You can't see what it's getting, obviously, because there's a ya maqsura. But is it supposed to be getting a dhamma, fatha, or kasra? Dhamma? You sure? Anyone else?
I am paid all day. What if we can it be also see by any chance?
Anything but dhamma? Okay, I'm just testing you guys. Yeah, it's dhamma. Yeah. Read the next one, inshallah. No, man.
How many students are there in Europe?
Not are there in Europe. Kam taliban fihi. How many students are in it? Min Uruba that are from Europe.
فيه
Everyone understand that sentence? It was pretty simple. Kam taliban fihi min Uruba.
فيه خمسة طلاب
Uruba is
Europe.
right. Okay.
فيه خمسة طلاب من إنجلترا وثمانية طلاب من ألمانيا وستة طلاب من فرنسا وتسعة طلاب من هولندا. In it, there are 5 students from England, 8 students from Germany, and 6 students from France, 9 students from Holland.
Holland. Yep. So Almania is Germany, and Hollanda, Holland. And then Faransa is obviously France. Faransa. Yeah. No, I want Brother Muhammad to translate this last one. Translate the last sentence. Subhanallah. No, not that one. The one under it. But he just did the long one.
Yeah, he did. He told us all the students from Europe.
Why you got the caption way over under the yacht? Mudiru? Mudiru? Surin, Yasaradu.
Shukran ya Sheikh. Shukran. Acha.
This for shukran, or is this right? Also,
Shukran is like marhaban. You know, like marhaban means like welcome. So it doesn't really. It's like it doesn't really.
Is it really word shukran?
Yeah, shukran is actually shukran laka minni. Thanks to you from me. That's what it actually is. Right? You understand? Shukran laka minni. Just like marhaban is actually like ahlan wa sahlan. Remember I told you what it means? Atayta ahlan wa watayta sahlan, right? So these are all words that just got shortened. Shukran is like thank you. It doesn't really have like its own rules and stuff. It's just shukran, afwan, right? Okay, for Thursday, I want everyone to make one sentence with wahid, with one sentence with ithnan, with 2, and one sentence with 3 to 10.
One sentence with 3 to 10.
Not all of them in the same sentence. Come on. Pick a number between 3 to 10. They all have the same rules, so just use one number. Listen, Just because I'm telling you,
That was reverse psychology. I actually wanted 7 with the sunnah.
so listen, just because I'm telling you to only do 3 sentences doesn't mean you only have to do 3. If you don't practice, we're not going to get anywhere. I'm telling you. You have to practice. If I were you, on a personal note, if I was sitting there, if I were you, at least write 1 sentence on your own time, 1 sentence with each number. It's only 10 numbers, 10 sentences. Bismillah.
Mudaf ilayk is working all the way through the Nahu. Mudaf ilayk, it works all the way through the Nahu.
The most complicated set of rules in Arabic are for mudaf ilayh. The most complicated. Because the more rules you learn, the more you have to tweak those rules to fit them onto the mudaf ilayh's rules. Because you're going to start learning things like one word doesn't get a kasra, but over here it has to get a kasra. What do? Then you add new rules. You get what I'm saying? Or over here, the word is always non-specific. But in mudaf, it has to be specific. What do? Add more rules. You see what I'm saying? So, right. Mudaf ilayh is probably the most complicated set of rules.
I have a question.
Sure.
The last one.
Sure.
How do we say how many boys went to the masjid? How do we add the verb went?
كم طالبا ذهبوا إلى المسجد, right? What? What did he say? كم ولدا ذهبوا إلى المسجد?
And then zahabu because we're in plural.
Yeah, actually I think you should probably use singular, right? كم طالبا ذهب إلى المسجد. Yeah, use singular. Singular. Any other questions? Seems Brother Muhammad and Brother Yusuf are indulged in some very deep conversations.
He's talking to me.
That's what I used to say too when I was in class and I was talking. Yeah.
He's having people start the conversation too.
But that's evil though, because you're younger than him. Shouldn't you be taking it for him? Or are you going to blame the old guy for? You know, the most beautiful form of a human, subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika nashhadu an la